Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today, I'm going to show you all the most common mechanics in Fortnite for all skill levels. By the end of the video, I hope you'll be able to do them and use them in your free builds and fights, especially if you want a playing style similar to mine. Let's get started. The video is divided into 3 parts: basic, advanced, and very hard. But no matter the difficulty level, they're all essential, and you'll see why. Stay until the end for a bonus section with pro tips. First up, we have the 90s, one of the most well-known mechanics in the game. 90s are very useful for gaining height quickly. My favorite 90s are the infinite 90s, which let you gain height without jumping, so you can do them infinitely. The key is to stay on the edge and place the floor and then the stair to gain height due to a little glitch. They're also very important for mastering the next technique, the Clix 90. Clix 90s are very practical for starting build fights or quickly gaining height over an opponent. I had trouble doing them at first, but once I understood the trick, I got them instantly. You place 2 ramps, move forward, and act like you're doing an infinite 90. Once you gain height, immediately jump and place a floor and stair. Remember to stay on the side of the stair. Next, we have side jumps. There are many variations of side jumps, all useful in different ways. You can do them protected or fast to gain height quickly. You can also piece control your enemy with them. A trick I didn't know that changed my way of doing side jumps is that when a Fortnite character is in the air, you can move him with the movement keys. So, when you're in the air doing a side jump, keep pressing the movement keys to go further or shorter, aiming precisely where you want to land. If you do the side jump with a floor and stair, you'll gain a lot of height, which is a huge advantage. Just don't get pre-shot. Cone flips are very useful for gaining height safely, especially when close to an enemy and you don't want to take damage by doing a 90. They can be tricky for beginners, especially doing multiple in a row, so usually you'll do it once. Use them for piece control or simply gaining height. It's an easy technique, you just need to reset the cone at the end of your jump. Next, doing boxes is a mechanic everyone should master. Whether for piece control or protection, the key in doing boxes is to keep your cursor centered on the screen to make the smallest possible movement and place cones or floors above and below quickly, saving time. Finally, there's a move that I don't know the name, so I call it extended ramps. It's quick, hides your position from the enemy, and is great for clips or piece control. I recommend mastering it as it's not too complicated. You can do it with a simple edit or a triple edit. It works well in all sorts of retakes because you can do a side jump or other moves after it. To do it, extend ramps, place the cone far away since it's the farthest piece you can place, then add walls in different places to protect yourself. Now, let's move on to advanced techniques. For the first advanced technique, we have the triple edit. The triple edit can be extremely easy for some of you or impossible for others. So, I'll explain it briefly so you can do it better. First of all, you need to have a solid double edit. That means you need to get into the habit of pressing the 2 keys simultaneously and quickly. Once you master that, you just need to get used to adding a 3rd wall edit afterward. The secret to doing multiple in a row? Make the smallest possible movement to edit the wall. This way, you save time, and instead of doing 2 edits in a row and then the wall, it will feel like doing 3 simultaneous edits because the time to edit one tile and the wall will be the same. Next, we have the edit course, which is a technique that isn't that hard but is extremely effective and impressive. For this, make smooth movements and plan what you're going to go. That means, after editing the stair, prepare to edit the wall right away. This will save you time again, which is precious when you can't edit very quickly. A variation of the edit course is the diagonal stairs. They are quite similar, although not used in the same situations, and they are very useful, so you need to learn them. A technique that might help you, though it's a bit of a cheat, is to take the longer way when you walk. Instead of going straight like I do, make wider movements, which will give you more time to edit. By the way, if you don't have double movement keybinds, here are mine. A much harder technique is the triple edit downwards. As you can heard, it's a technique that works pretty complicated. This technique can be relatively easy if you only do one, but doing several in a row is much harder. I don't think it's very useful to do 3, 4, or 5. Just one is enough and will allow you to move down protectively. The secret here? There really isn't one. Just like with the triple edit, You need to synchronize your hands between the confirmation key while maximizing your precision. Now we have the jumping boxes, a technique I don't use often but can be very useful in certain critical situations. It would be a shame to get stuck by your wall because you missed the edit. This technique is also quite stylish. So, learn it. It will add variety to your free builds. The technique is the same as the triple edit. The key here is to jump with the right timing, when you're on the highest point of the cone, otherwise it wouldn't work. Finally, a pretty cool trick you've probably seen in montages is the long-range cone edit. This technique is useful for controlling your opponent from afar, simply making them think you're somewhere you're not. Here, you need to already be good at the triple edit, then quickly turn around to place the ramp and cone. You can then edit this cone if you keep your plan selected and the cone highlighted. One small mistake to avoid is placing yourself too low on the ramp, which can block your view and stuck you. So, stay at the top of the ramp. Then, simply extend and go over. You can edit or move to the side afterward. Finally, there are a few much harder techniques that I'll present quickly but aren't really worth learning. These are techniques like quadruple edits, quintuple edits, etc. These techniques won't help you much if you have high ping or when you play ranked. However, they can be useful for improving your editing speed, making it easier to perform other simpler movements. To do them, you must first master the triple edit perfectly. Then you'll need a bit more precision to aim at the two tiles at the bottom of the cone. Now, let's move on to the pro tips. When you're free building, I recommend always making small movements, as I repeated throughout the video. This allows you to edit faster because you'll spend less time selecting tiles. Then, remember to improvise to be unpredictable. Don't always use the same 3 retakes, as your opponent can analyze and block you every time. In real games, it's not necessarily a problem, but adding variety is good when facing good players in build fights. Always incorporate piece control into your techniques. When practicing alone, for example, use piece control like boxes. This will make you accustomed to using your techniques, and when you encounter someone in a familiar situation, you'll be able to piece control easily. Lastly, use the right techniques at the right moments. Some techniques are very fast, others are very protected, and some are useless. Use the appropriate techniques accordingly. To regain height, use a quick technique like 90s or extended ramps. When you need protection, build boxes or try triple edits or stairs with high walls. If you need to get out of a tricky situation, consider the side jump, but be careful not to get pre-shot again. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe so you don't miss the next ones. I'm preparing a video on piece control that you won't want to miss. Support me if you want more golden tips. That's it for this video. Peace.